Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome to Darkest Dungeon. This is the Week of Torment event happening from Red Hook, who've developed the game, giving access to content creators such as myself before the release of the game, which is actually February 3rd. It's currently January the 30th, so we got a couple days till then, and I am just leaping into this game. Now, I did play a little bit just to kind of understand the controls, and I thought I would bring you in here at the very beginning. So the story is our family owns an estate near a small hamlet, and things have gotten very dark there. Things have taken a turn for the worst. Our family decided to dig down below the manor and found a portal, and I believe it's our father, I'm going to assume based on the narrative, took his own life, and we are now, it's now our duty to go kind of clean things up. And so anyway, we're kind of heading to town. Our cart has crashed. We have to make our way into the hamlet from here. We've got our two main characters here, which I'm actually going to jump in here really quick and change their names because I'm all about name changing. So we're going to go with Weem here. And for Renaud, we're going to switch him to Thomas for Lightning Dragon there. Let's see, bring Thomas in here. Okay, so it's myself and Thomas, he being the Crusader, I am the Highwayman, and we've got different abilities in here, and I'm going to kind of talk about how this works, but I'm also going to start moving ahead and getting into a fight as well. So Darkest Dungeon is all about dealing with very dark subject matters for our characters, dealing with stress. You can see they have stress here. They can get really freaked out, and so it's not just about the gaining and the loss of hit points. It's actually about a mental stability or mental fortitude, as they said. They're going to really challenge you in this game, and in fact, we do have permadeath with our characters. So when they're gone, they are gone. We are going to be able to recruit more, so that's how you'll kind of bring more back, but the game saves regularly, so there's not going to be a way for you to go back and try and redo things. You got to deal with the consequences, or as they say, you kind of make the best of the worst situation. So I'm going to move up here. We're going to continue in and probably get assaulted by bandits here. Jump out. There we go.
This thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
So we've got the bandit here. Now let me show you a bit about the combat. We've got different abilities here, and you'll see the yellow dots and the red dots. Yellow dots are kind of the positions that this character can launch the attack from. So one of the three positions to the right side. And in red, he can attack the number 1 or number 2 position. So that's how that lays out. 4 on the left, 4 on the right. That's how all of the combat goes. So as I go through these, you can see they highlight different areas. This one means that it can hit 3 people at once. So anyway, we've got that. We can also move positions with these guys, kind of swap them, move people around. As you can imagine, you need to move them around in order to tactically be able to use some of these abilities. So this one, it looks like we have to be... oh, it only attacks the rightmost 3 characters. So this one can't be used because he's got only 1 in the number 1 position. Additionally, we have some items down here. We got our various abilities, including stress, we have accuracy, all of the rest you can imagine. Pretty straightforward. We also have, I forgot what these are called actually. There's a term for these. I don't remember actually if we bring this up. I thought it would tell me. Let's see, that's funny. I thought it said it on this screen. Anyway, they have a term for what these abilities are. Briefly skimming that text, I didn't see it. But you can see we've got different bonuses based on what these guys are, and they obviously vary between the 2 different characters. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Now, I can give him a buff by taking aim, but I think I'm just going to jump right in and open a vein. So that's a good hit, and he's now bleeding. You can see that 2 damage per round for 3 rounds. And that was a good hit. We're actually going to just jump right in with Smite here and smack this guy.
As the fiend falls,
nice.
A faint hope blossoms.
Okay, so we're going to take all the money and move on forward. We got a little tent here. It kind of tells us that we can hit W to access this. Let's go ahead and hit this. They left us some valuables. We're going to go ahead and take all of those.
There is much to be found in forgotten places.
Now another element of the game to consider here as well is we do have the torch. You can see it's dim light 70, so now it's starting to add stress, and our scouting and monster surprise are at just a single plus. When it starts, it's at a double plus, and you can see that he has an ability here that adds 5 to the torch, so it's kind of a buff for everybody in that way. Well, let's go ahead and move through here and try to make our way to the hamlet. Okay, we came through and we were surprised. Thomas jumped behind me. I guess he got a little freaked out. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. Now we've got a really big guy here, and he's kind of preventing the attack of this guy behind here. You can see that I'm on the ability here, Open Vein, but only this guy's lit up with the kind of red spiky lines here. So I can't actually do anything to him. I could take aim as a buff, but I think we'll just go ahead and smack this first guy. Decent. Started the bleed. He's gonna shotgun us. Fortunately, we couldn't dodge that. Okay, and he's gonna hit us both as well. He's kind of lighter on damage, but he's kind of protecting this guy back there. Not very cool. Let's see. So again, we're kind of prevented from getting through with this guy up front. I could stun him, but he really doesn't do that much damage, so I'm gonna start chopping him down. Nice hit. Very nice hit. Here comes the shotgun. That was pretty decent. Now we're bleeding. Let's see. Now, if I shoot, I can hit the guy in the back. Oh, but I'm in the front position, so I can't. I'd have to switch places with Thomas. Let's go ahead and do that. You're okay, Thomas. Guy in the back does a lot of damage. I want to start hitting him as soon as possible. And we'll just let Thomas keep chopping away on the big guy here. Oh, another nice hit there. Very nice. Let's see. I was thinking about taking aim for the buff this round, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and fire. Let's see. You can see that the different shots here have different damage modifications, and this one actually takes a reduction in crit. So let's go ahead and go with this guy. It's alright. Ooh. Painful. Oh, that was a pretty good hit there. A 4, not bad. He generally has been hitting for 1s and 2s. Let's see, I might be able to finish him if Thomas gets a good hit in here. Let's see. I could buff or add a protection. Let's go ahead and just try to finish this guy real quick. Oh, nice.
The greater the glory.
Chopped him right down. Okay, I think we might just go ahead and attack with our blade. Nice.
Give them no quarter.
Give them no quarter. We're going to take all the treasure. We've now completed the quest, so let's get into the Hamlet and get started. Okay, well, we have arrived at the Hamlet, which is now basically ours to deal with. We've got a number of different buildings here, and we can upgrade them through the resources you can see down here. Busts, portraits, deeds, and crests. And we've got some earned already. Now the only thing we can really interact with at the moment is the stagecoach we can upgrade. We could look at the graveyard, but there's really nothing there yet. Everything else we need to complete some quests. Now the concept of the game of going in and facing these challenges and trying to come out alive, and our characters actually being changed by that experience, is awesome. And some of that, it ties to the Hamlet here. Excuse me. And basically one of the examples they gave, if your character were attacked by undead and suddenly had this kind of paralyzing fear of them, you could send them to the cathedral, and that could eventually resolve that issue so that they could join you once again. Now there's a lot of party mechanics as well, characters who may not want to work with each other, or different areas in town not wanting to work with certain members of your party, so a very dynamic game and very interesting. I love the take on that. It's not just about grinding away through hit points and mobs, there's a lot of other things to consider. But let's jump into the stagecoach and get started. So we've got right now 2 heroes ready to join us. We can drag them over and add them in. They actually suggest when you first get here that you go ahead and upgrade the stagecoach network so that it increases the number of available heroes. So we could do that. And basically what that does, you can see above it says it increases the available heroes for hire each week, or increases your roster size, which I think that's what this does. Increase size of roster to 11. That doesn't quite sound right. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this. They suggest the Stagecoach Network, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll do this one here, and we could do one more. But I think, you know what, let's go ahead and leave it at that. and go ahead and grab these guys. So we're going to bring in...
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
The narrator's great. Okay, so we have here a Plague Doctor. We can see his abilities, and if you get more, you can select those. I'm assuming turn these ones off because you'll have a limited number. So he's got some, looks like some attack stuff here. This one is a buff for damage, which is cool. So he's kind of the shaman, essentially, of the group. Can do a little bit of healing, a little bit of damaging. That's cool. And there's also kind of two stages. You go through and fight in combat, but then you have some downtime as well. There's periods where you camp, so there's kind of these things you can do during that downtime. You can see we have resistances, basic stats, stuff like that, all in here. And quirks, here's the term I was wondering about. I was like, there's a term for these. So you can see that he has clutch hitter and off guard. In this case, reduces speed and dodge. So anyway, let's go ahead and take him. We're actually going to rename him, and I think we're going to go with Vortak. Vortak Vids. We're going to bring our buddy Dan in here. So there is Vortak. Let's go ahead and drag... Okay, that's right, I already had him in. And then we are going to bring Percy in here.
Pious and unrelenting.
Okay, so this is essentially the cleric. She's got a mace bash. This is a fish. Did I think that was a fish? A mace bass. Okay, so she's got the divine abilities, healing, things of that nature. We're actually going to change her name to Pamela. Pamela, who has been doing very well for us in the Timber and Stone run through, so hopefully her luck transfers to us in here. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and go with that. Very cool. So we now have our team built. We are ready to get started. We're ready to embark on our journey and try and start returning some order to town. But I think I'm going to leave it at that really quick. I just wanted to get this video out to you guys, show you what the game was about, and ask you guys if you would like to see kind of a longer running series of this. I'm going to be playing it regardless. I've been waiting for this game forever. I'm so excited about this game. But please do leave a like if you would like to see me do kind of a longer series with this. Maybe when I say longer, I mean longer than one episode. We're talking maybe 3 episodes, 3 to 5 or so, potentially longer if you guys are enjoying that. Let me know with a like. I would appreciate that. And or a comment down the bottom. You can just say, hey, Weem, do more of this. So anyway, I think we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.